a live presentation of CBC Sports.
The series that wasn't supposed to go beyond Game 4 is now set for Game 6. In the opener, the former Flame Paul Reinhardt scored the winner in overtime. With their special teams in high gear, led by Joel Otto, the Flames won Game 2. Game 3, and Mike Vernon collects a first-ever playoff shutout. Game 4, the rookie Trevor Linden woke up with a 4-point game, and the series was even. Back in the Saddle Dome with a chance to regain the series lead, the Flames came out with all guns blazing. Nieuwendyk counted his third of the playoffs. The Flames' most consistent marksman in the opening series has been Håkan Lund. He undressed Snap and beat Weeks. Joey Mullen completed the scoring, and the Flames had a second 4-0 series shutout. Whose guns will be firing tonight? Those belonging to Terry Crisp or Bob McCammon? The road to the Stanley Cup makes another stop in Vancouver.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Side of the net, scramble, and they score! Over the Fleury shot, save, rebound, they score! That goes back, oh, they score!
Back to Suter. He lets it go.
They score! Linden shoots, scores! There it is! Once again, McDonald, he scores! He did it! 500!
Brought to you by Molson Canadian. What beer's all about. By Ford of Canada, where quality is more than a commitment. Quality is job one. By Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. By Esso retailers and agents across Canada.
Welcome to Game 6 in the Smythe Division semifinal between the Canucks and Flames here in Vancouver's Pacific Coliseum. This is a do-or-die situation for the Canucks. They have to win to prolong the series. They're guaranteed a one thing tonight. They'll get plenty of towel power support, the same kind of support they received when they won it and went to the final in 1982. In Game 4, the Flames may have played right into the Canucks' hands by taking too many dumb penalties. The new Calgary game plan is disciplined hockey. If it works, this series will be over in 6 games. And, of course, the Flames will then go on to meet the winner of the LA-Edmonton series in the next round. The Oilers are trying to wrap up their series with a win tonight at the Northlands Coliseum after failing to sideline the Kings on Tuesday in LA. I'd like that Wayne Gretzky did what he talked about doing to his former teammates. Mr. G had good reason for celebration in the Kings' victory, forcing another 6th game in the Smythe Division. One half of the Norris Division will go to a 6th game. The Red Wings and Blackhawks are meeting in Chicago with the Blues on the sidelines, awaiting the winner. Peter Zezel had the hot hand for the Blues in Game 5 against the North Stars. The hat trick for Zezel and the North Stars were history. 4 games to 1. In the Adams Division, Montreal have had the luxury of watching and waiting, only to discover it'll be another final against the Boston Bruins. This goal from Craig Janney was enough to turn Sabres into golfers. After losing the opener 6-0, Boston won 4 straight to take the series 4-1. The Penguins are the ones resting in the Patrick Division, waiting for the winners of the Philadelphia-Washington series, and what an ending to Game 5. Netminder Ron Hextall made hockey history when this shot found an empty Washington net. The Flyers had the win, but more importantly, returned to the Spectrum with a 3-2 series lead. Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC returns in just a moment.
Now, when you pull into an Esso station, you're going to get something new. Something with improved cleaning power. Something that is designed for better performance. A premium gasoline. A premium gasoline that can help deliver peak performance in cars that demand more than regular. Announcing the launch of new Esso Supreme gasoline.
Шум. Ну почему столько шум? Hey, мужик!
Not very long ago, the Soviet Union got its first taste of Pepsi. And while it may be just a coincidence,
Смотри, почему ты так одет?
a lot of refreshing changes have been taking place ever since.
Вот эти.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Юрочка, не бери в голову.
Now let's update our playoff scoreboard with some highlights in the Spectrum. Washington opened the scoring with Kevin Hatcher's first of the playoffs at the 7-minute mark. A shot from well out that may have been deflected and fooled Ron Hextall. The Flyers tie the game at 1 early in the second period. Mark Howe in deep, and he passes to Pratt. It's a shorthanded goal for Pratt, his 6th of the playoffs. Philadelphia take a 2-1 lead when Gord Murphy will intercept a pass. He gets the shot away, and it looks as if Tocchet deflects it behind Peters. Watch the shot, and watch Tocchet. But Murphy gets credit for the goal, and it's a 2-1 Philadelphia lead. Washington tie the game at 2 in the third. Cicerelli will pass from behind the net, and Scott Stevens will count his first of the playoffs. There's the pass from Cicerelli in front of Scott Stevens, and he gets his first of the playoffs, and the game is tied. Philadelphia regained the lead when Carpenter and Pratt do the work to set up Tocchet. Tocchet's 4th of the playoffs, and it's a 3-2 Philadelphia lead. Now there's some controversy on Washington's 3rd goal. Gustafson kicks the puck over Hextall. The Flyers protest, but the goal stands. Now watch it. No question, it goes off the boot of Gustafson. The Flyers make it 4-3 with a bit of a fluke goal. Tocchet's 5th of the playoffs when he fires from the side, and it's misplayed completely by Peters. Philadelphia go on to win the game 4-3 and the series 4-2. Now let's go upstairs to Bob Cole and John Garrett. Gentlemen.
And good evening, everybody. Here it is, Game 6. Calgary needing a win tonight to wrap it up. The Canucks will, no doubt, try to stay alive, and Sutter shoots the puck in. He's on with Bradley and Sprico starting for the Vancouver Canucks. Snaps and Lidstar, the defenseman. Mullen, Patterson, and Poplinski starting up front for Calgary. Natras and McCrimmon. The goaltenders tonight, Kirk McLean is back in. He played games 1, 2, and 3. He won the first one, you'll remember. And at the other end, he's going all the way for the Calgary Flames, Mike Vernon. 2 shutouts in this series. Andy Van Hellemond is the referee tonight. Ron Finn and Pat Capuzzo on the lines. Bob McCammon trying to get his team even with the Calgary Flames. Van Hellemond laying down the law early. Last change has been made, he is saying.
Terry Chris trying to get Joel Otto out there for that important face-off. Nothing doing with Andy Van Hellemond.
Van Hellemond quite easily could hand out a delay of game penalty unless Otto gets off the ice. He's on the bench now. So away we go. Mullen, the center. Flipped it up to the line, and Schneps breaks it up. Lidster takes it. Played it ahead. Schneps coming in. Dropped it. Trevor Linden breaking in on goal. He's knocked down. And the Flames clear it out. That's Natras who ran into the goal post.
Rick Natras down into the post. They've already lost 2 defensemen. Dana Merzen, Lanny McDonald, Sergei Priakin, and Yuri Hrdina are scratches, and Gary Suter is back with a broken jaw in Calgary. For Vancouver, Kevin Guy, Ken Berry, Ron Stern, and Darryl Stanley. Kevin Guy was in the lineup for Game 5. He's been replaced by Jim Sandline. Harold Steps leads the rush. Trevor Linden was the star in Game 4. Tries to cut around the corner. A good play by Natras. Had position on him. Took him out of the play, and Linden couldn't charge the net.
Calgary has called up Ken Saberin. He'll be wearing number 23. He's a defenseman. That's McCowan, 34, getting it out of the zone. The Canucks bring it back in. Sandlak is playing again tonight. He's on now, number 19. Here he is. Couldn't keep the puck in. Cleared down across center. Otto can't get a shot. Came from the corner, but couldn't get a shot of the goal. Sandlak fired it ahead. It's knocked down. It's a glove pass, bringing the play to a halt. We have this update for you now. Here's Steve Armitage.
Thank you, Bob. Very early in the first, 33 seconds to be exact, Randy Gregg opens the scoring for the Oilers. Anderson and Messier, the setup men. 1-0 Oilers with Randy Gregg's very first goal of the playoffs. 1-0 Edmonton in the first intermission. Bob?
Steve will watch that game closely, and we'll keep you posted. They've just got this one underway. No score. Minute 8 seconds into the first period. Look at this. Could it be over? Chicago leading by 3 goals in the second period. Stay tuned. Adams tipped into the line. Smith left it for Tandy in his shot. A weak one. Canucks shoot it down. Or rather, the Flames shoot it down the ice and out of the net is McLean. That's Butcher starting to play. Break wide pass on the glass. Tandy brings it up to the line, and he was stopped cold at the blue line. Fired into the corner. There's Sabarin, 23. Gilmore tipped it and bounces out to center ice. Adams backing up. Reinhart takes the pass off the boards, and he has to go back. Nearly lost it to Nieuwendyk. McClellan went over after it. Nieuwendyk knocks it down. Lou catching up. He's going in. Shoots. Low shot. Not much on it. McLean made the save. Smith racing back, but the puck out of control. It rolled away from him, and it goes over the glass at the far side.
Doug Smith inserted in the lineup to give the Vancouver Canucks some speed, and he played with a lot of fire the other night in Calgary, something the Canucks were lacking in their losses.
Face-off will be right on the blue line of Calgary. Look at Lube go in now.
He's looking for a pass. He just slides it at McLean, hoping McClellan is charging the net, but there's nobody there. An easy save for goaltender Kirk McLean.
Couldn't quite get a good backhander away on the net. And a good scoring chance, though, bursting through. Otto having some problems with Van Helmen. Popinski now is having a word or two with the referee. Jerry Crisp wanting to make another change, undoubtedly. But again, last change has been made. So they get it underway, dropping it in, and the Calgary Flames come out. Mark Hunter was in across the line. Popinski had to shoot it off to the corner. Benning takes over, lifts one high into the center ice area. Bradley was stopped, though. He couldn't go in. And Natras with the pass up the center. Nordmark shoots it back in. Natras comes back. He is stopped. Strico tried to center it. Along the boards, the Calgary Flames come back out. Long shot in from center ice. Centers all the way back. Nieuwendyk watching him. Puck back to the net. And the Canucks have difficulty with the forechecking Flames, but they get it up to Bradley. Bradley comes to center. He's coming in with Sutter on his right. Can't make the play to him, though. Luke couldn't get it out. Sutter takes it. Dropped it back. Squeako shot. That's blocked. It comes to Lidster on this side. He lets it go. And 3 Flames come out of the zone, led by Hook and Lube. He's in there with Nieuwendyk going in offside. And the play is called. Lube made that move just before he hit the line.
Even machines this mean can't take on the Caterpillar backhoe loader. Because while they show some speed, we've got some other tricks, like fingertip-controlled hydraulics and a rugged loader bucket. All for a price that makes the Caterpillar backhoe loader awfully tough to beat and surprisingly easy to own.
Come to the 416 Rodeo. For more details, call your nearest R. Angus operation.
As everybody had thought. See, 3 wins to 2. They've outscored the Canucks. They have 2 shutouts. They've outshot them in 4 of the 5 games. But the Canucks have won when they've had to. They have to here tonight.
Linden, Sneal, and Adams on for Vancouver. Fleury, Hunter, and Roberts will try to check that trio. Ramage comes back in his own zone. Otto missed it near center. Sneal turning backhand tonight. Edmonton in the second period, leading Los Angeles 1-0. Philadelphia has defeated Washington, and that's it for the Capitals. The Chicago Blackhawks leading Detroit 4-1. We'll keep you posted. Washington a surprise going. Many thought they'd be around for a while, but not so. Philadelphia will advance. Sandlak is in there. Left it in the corner. Bozak. He falls to the ice. Sandlak over there bumping with his man. He missed the last game with a bruised hand. Back in the lineup tonight. Reinhart comes back and he leaves a couple of flames in his wake. Reinhart's pass to Bozak. He shot a high one, missing. Here comes Tony Tandy. He was trailing the play. Reinhart knocked down by Sabourin, and there's going to be a penalty to the Calgary Flames. It's the first penalty of the period against Calgary.
This is how our engineers conceived the economical new Festiva. Of course, they wanted it to look, distinguished. And they wanted it to be spacious. But they also wanted it to be very, very compact. The very new, very compact Festiva. At Ford and Mercury dealers.
Al McGinnis gets the penalty for elbowing. Here at 5:38. And this is something in favor of the Canucks here in their home building.
They've been very bad on the power play on the road, but the last game here at the Pacific Coliseum, they were 4 for 10 and 3 for 6 early in the game when it counted.
Linden, of course, is on the ice. Adams to his right. The puck comes to Adams. Can't find it. Coming up to help is Adams with Tandy trapped in the corner. The Flames get it out. Reinhart backing up. Starting out in front of Kirk McLean. Adams missed the pass. That will send the Canucks back again. It'll be Reinhart who will come back for it. Reinhart with Adams. Nordmark. Linden. Tandy. Linden brought it in, but Adams on this side was ahead of the play.
Calgary Flames doing a good job standing up at the blue line, forcing the Canucks to stop. They're going to have to shoot it in. Watch the Calgary defense. They stop right there at the blue line. The forwards stand up, and everybody's offside. That last move at the blue line, and that was caused by the Calgary defense.
Trevor Linden just turned 19 years old. Star rookie with the Vancouver Canucks. Got the face-off back. Nordmark to center. Ripped it in. It's to the line and out. Canucks unable to get much going on this man advantage situation. Mullen nearly stole it. Now the pass up across center. Mullen is there. Tandy got a stick on it. Gilmore cleared it back to center. Reinhart to Nordmark. Dumped it in. Toward the net. It's knocked over the glass by Gilmore. And that will bring about a face-off in the Calgary zone. 1 minute left in the penalty.
Bob McCammon hoping his team comes out. He said they played their worst game of the series in Game 5. He was disappointed. They didn't play with as much discipline as they have. And Terry Chris, first side of the coin, he was very pleased with his team, and I think they did play probably their most disciplined game of this series.
Otto with Patterson. McCown and Nakras, the penalty killers for the Flames. Nakras shoots it off the boards and down the ice. With Reinhart back to pick it up, there are 50 seconds left in the McGinnis penalty. No score, first period. This is Bradley coming in. He's hit hard. And knocked to the ice. He's slow to get up. But all the way down to McLean again. 35 seconds left on this power play. Bradley remains on. McCown shoots it for a loop. It got out across the line, dumped back in. That is offside. And the play called again. The fans a little restless. Canucks unable to generate much offense.
And the forwards, and that's Brian Bradley. He's one of those smaller forwards. So he takes a beating. The defense stands up. Rick Natras has played well in these playoffs. Missed a couple of games with a hip pointer there. A good chunk of Brian Bradley. No trip, no elbowing. Just a good solid hit.
Bradley with Sutter and Skriko, Lidster and Jim Benning. And the Flames send them back again. Only 20 seconds left on that Calgary penalty. McGinnis ready to come back on. Good penalty killing by the Flames early in this game. Bradley brings it in over the line. Lube ties him up. Puck is fired toward the boards, and Lube will shoot it out. He'll carry it now. Now he flips it down the ice as McGinnis comes from the penalty box. McLean played it ahead. Canucks on the move. Skriko in, shoots it. It was deflected, went wide of the net. Lube overskates it in his own zone. Bradley trying to get it loose. Skriko does. Skriko along the line, stick handling inside the line, but two Flames were there, and it was cleared away by Nieuwendyk. That's Benning. Fires one up across center, got by Ramage down the ice. Bridgman is going in there. He spun around. Sandlot takes the puck and centered it. And it was broken up by Roberts, and he got it out of the zone. Coming in on this wing is Fleury. Fleury played it on the boards for Tim Hunter. That didn't work. Fleury coming in there again against Butcher. Fleury picks it up. Fleury, well, buzzsaw inside the line, got it back, but it went through the defenseman down the ice. Teams are at full strength as the Canucks come back in again. Bozak going right in. Oh, what a great save by Vernon. Bozak bursting through the defense, testing Mike Vernon.
When you have a squeaky hinge, silence it with this lubricant or this. To take tar off your car, try this degreaser or this. For unsticking a lock, use this powder or this. To remove scuff marks from the floor, try this solvent or this. And to get labels off glass, you can use these adhesive removers or this. So choosing the right product to solve your household problems is a simple process of elimination. WD-40.
Steve Bozak looking for his first point of this series, goes right around Rob Ramage, waits, and Mike Vernon in desperation lays the stick down. The old goaltender's desperado move. Get that stick down, take away the bottom of the net. There he does it. Bozak doesn't raise the puck, and Vernon makes the save.
Bozak thought he had the empty net. Good play by Vernon. Snaps a shot. That's deflected. Goes wide of the goal. Vernon tries to play it out himself, putting it on the glass. Spiel centered it. Here's Gilmore with Mullins speeding away. Going in. Mullins tries to get away from Snaps, but Snaps tied him up. Along the boards, the Canucks get it out. Spiel skates to center. He dumped it over on an open wing. Saverin took a hit from Trevor Linden. Snap stepping across center, shooting it in. Vernon tried to stop it. He missed it. Saverin to the right side with it. Here's Otto getting it ahead to Popinski. He overskates it. He was checked near center ice. Now McGinnis is moving up. McGinnis the pass. Hunter centered it. Covering up is Jim Benning. It'll be Adams picking it off the boards, and Popinski just missed him. Adams got a skate on it. Popinski tried to knock it loose, and the referee decides he'd better call this play with Adams down on the puck. There'll be a face-off in the Vancouver zone.
In Canada, certain formal situations call for a dignified, refined approach.
Like a car, you got a hubcap, diamond styler.
It's called
Built like a car, oh yeah.
Playing it cool.
Get it on.
Molson Canadian. The clean, cold taste of a genuine Canadian beer. What beer's all about.
This is Bob Cole with John Garrett and Steve Armitage at the Pacific Coliseum for Game 6. Calgary leading the series 3-2. would like to wrap it up today. McCrimmon for the Calgary Flames in the corner. McClellan is stopped by Nordmark. Got a pass out now to Lube. He just takes a swing at it. Adams takes over in his own zone. Coming out to center, and Smith comes in with a quick shot kicked out by Vernon. Tanny fanned on it. Flames get it out of the zone. Benning racing over there. Good play. Good hustle to break up the play near center, and Adams goes in. He just did get away from Napras in time, who thought he had him lined up. Now they begin to hit each other a bit. Smith threw a check, and then Neuendijk pulled him over. Playing out of the net, knocking it into the corner. Tandy coming out, Fleury and watching him. It gets to center ice. Napras there for Calgary, moving up to the line with a shot. Right up the netminder, Kirk McLean. He was out, challenging the shot from the line. Ramey shoots it in. Reinhardt takes over. Nearing the 12-minute mark of the opening period, no score. Butcher to center, lifts one in. Here comes Sutter. Rick Sutter trying to go around the defenseman Ramage, who fell. Squeako gets a chance. Oh, a save by Vernon again. Canucks keep the heat on Sutter, trying to jam it in. And Vernon got the stick down against the post. Squeako again. Going in with Bradley. Another save by Vernon. These Canucks are getting their chances. Roberts now for the Flames. Takes the shot. Trying to get a pass back. Roberts still with the puck. Left it in the corner. Fleury centered it. Tim Hunter had to go off to the side with it. Bradley back. Penalty coming up against the Calgary Flames. Second penalty of the game. And they're both against the Flames. There is no score.
In Canada, certain formal situations call for a dignified, refined approach.
Like a car, you got a hubcap, diamond styler.
It's called
Built like a car, oh yeah.
playing it cool.
Get it on, like a car.
Molson Canadian, the clean, cold taste of a genuine Canadian beer. What beer's all about.
The Calgary Flames, 2 clean giveaways to Petri Squeako. Here's one. The shot, Mike Vernon makes the save, a good save, position save. And again, Rob Ram is right up the middle, a giveaway. Squeako again, the beneficiary. Lets it go. A great leg save by Vernon, and the importance of the first goal. And so much in this series, there's Fleury kicks the feet out from under guard Butcher and gets a hooking penalty. He had his stick wrapped around the front of him.
Canucks have had 5 shots as against 2 for the Flames. And of those 5, you just saw a couple of dandy scoring opportunities for Vancouver. And the man advantage for the second time in the period. And the Flames will send them back. Reinhardt stepping across center and played it in. Adams trying to go in. The Flames break it up. And it goes all the way down the ice. McLean comes out. Made the pass himself right in front of Otto. Nordmark coming in. Nordmark to Adams. He tried to go around to Napras. And again, Otto gets his stick on it. He's off now. Gilmore hops on with Mullen. From that far side, Linden backhands it in. But it's called on the offside. Now we have another update for you. So, Steve?
Bob, the fans in Chicago are very happy at this moment. Wayne Presley has scored his second goal of the game against Glenn Hanlon. He replaced Stefan in the Detroit goal. It is 5-1 Chicago in the third. This is a power play goal for the Blackhawks right there. The Blackhawks lead the game 5-1. They have a 3-2 lead in the series. Bob?
Thanks, Steve. Blackhawks barely made it to these playoffs, defeating the Toronto Maple Leafs on that last Sunday night. And now here they are, about to upset the first place in the Norris Division, Detroit Red Wings. I'll let you know how that turns out. Nordmark shooting it in. Squeako off the boards. And he fell. And it's chopped away by Mullen into center ice again. Sandlak and Nordmark. Nordmark, a rink-wide pass. It'll be McGinnis who'll shoot it down the ice. 45
is a research laboratory. It tries and fails to make Castrol motor oil break down. It's the place where Castrol is torture tested to meet the requirements of those who punish motor oil the most. You. The everyday Canadian driver. Castrol XLR, the oil engineered for today's cars.
It is now 6-1 Chicago over Detroit with the hat trick for Wayne Presley. Now watch this one. Hanlon comes way out of his net. It actually hits Presley and goes into the goal. That's the third shorthanded goal of the series for Presley. 6-1 Chicago, Detroit our history. Bob?
It sure looks like it. Here's a penalty against Jim Sandlak for elbowing. And the Flames now would love to get the first goal of this game. They've killed 2 penalties. In the reverse situation now, the Canucks will have to try to hang on. Fleury falls. Lidster shooting it to the line, and McGinnis will bring it back up. Passed it in for Mullen. He couldn't control it. Sneps plays it up as far as the Calgary blue line. Bozak lost it to Gilmore. Gilmore lost control of it at the line, and Sneps had 3 chances to clear it. On the third, he did. Here comes Fleury. Fleury got it across the line, but Gilmore had moved in. Fleury made that move again.
Fleury made that extra move right at the blue line. Put his teammates offside, and you can see Doug Gilmore's a little disgusted with that. He was in full flight. All he needed was the puck. Darren Fleury had control of the puck and just didn't give it to him.
Mullen along with Gilmore. And Otto go off. Watch this, just as he hits the line.
1-on-2, instead of just throwing it a nice easy touch pass on his backhand, he pulled it to his forehand and put Gilmore outside.
Neuendijk steps on. He has Lube to his left. Mark Hunter to the right. Slapped in by Fleury. Puck on the boards and by Fleury. Right down to Vernon. Al McGinnis getting around the net and coming back out. McGinnis will go to center and then likely shoot it in. There it goes. Sent around behind the net to the far side with a minute left of the penalty. Canucks trying to kill it. It's their first penalty of the period. Snap shoots it down the ice. 45 seconds left on the penalty. No score. Fleury bringing it out this time with Neuendijk skating in front of him. He shoots it in. Out of the net is McLean. Flipped it in the corner. The Canucks are doing a noble job. 30 seconds left to kill this penalty. McGinnis back again. Bozak in there watching him to pass. Right onto the stick of Otto. In with McCrimmon. Otto to the other side. They get a shot. Scores! McGinnis with that moving shot. He had lots of time to load it up. And it's 1-0 Calgary.
Key to this play is Joel Otto. For the first time, the Flames had control at the Vancouver blue line. Otto brings it in, feeds it to McGinnis. Lots of time. Sneps goes down the block, and Rich Sutter's out. No chance for Kirk McLean. Rich Sutter misses it. Sneps misses it. It hits McLean on the way in, but no chance for McLean. 2 Canucks right in his line of sight.
15:50 the time of the goal. Vancouver had some great scoring chances. They had 2 power play opportunities. Came up empty in both. And here, the Calgary Flames with their first power play. They get a goal. Here's Mullen coming in. He takes the shot. Kicked out by McLean. A low shot. Stopped by McLean. Here's Smith now racing up. Smith tried to break in. He's in. And Vernon beat him again. Smith going around the net. Vernon coming out a step or two. And a good save. Vernon grabs the puck. It's knocked down. Pile penalty, no question. Mike Vernon, and he has been sharp in the early going of this game. He still is showing no signs of getting up. Here he comes. But visibly shaken, no question. Mike Vernon of the Calgary Flames. And penalty box gate has been opened again. We'll let you know what happens when we come back.
Hey, fella, quit kicking sand in our faces.
That man is the worst nuisance on the beach.
Listen here, you little runt. If you don't like it, find yourself another beach.
That big bully, I'll get even someday.
Oh, don't let that bully bother you.
Darn it! I'm sick and tired of being pushed around.
Suddenly, you own the beach.
Well, now it's your turn to find another beach.
Oh, Mac, you are my hero after all.
Suddenly, it could happen to you.
Goaltenders are so vulnerable, you have to concentrate on the puck. When you're playing defense or forward, you can watch the players coming in, it doesn't matter.
Adams draws a major penalty for high sticking. Natras has a minor penalty.
Vancouver penalties to number 22, Greg C. Adams. 5 minutes for high sticking.
Thought maybe he'd be coming in. Vernon, though, I believe, is going to stay in.
Natras, and there's the high stick. Natras and Adams. Adams, watch Adams' elbow nailed Mike Vernon, and his stick got Rick Natras.
Yes, Natras was nailed with the high stick. He retaliated, got a minor penalty. But the major is against the Vancouver Canucks. Adams.
The goaltender has to watch the puck. The other players can watch each other and you prepare for the hit. But Mike Vernon has to concentrate on the puck. There he is. Adams, the stick up. Watch his elbow, his right elbow, right on the head. And there he swings it down at Rick Natras and takes the 5-minute penalty.
So a great chance for the Flames now. They've scored one power play goal on the first penalty against the Vancouver Canucks. This is interesting.
I thought that would be more important for the Vancouver Canucks, but in this series it's been equally as important for the Calgary Flames.
Face off to the left of Vernon. Butcher from just inside the line, stopped by Vernon. He looks to be okay. He'll be tested by Butcher again. He slides it in. Skriko with a great chance. Skriko still has it. Tried to one-arm it out in front of the net, but Kremen skates away with it. Ahead to McGinnis. He looks around for help and shoots it in. Reinhart back. Teams are even at this moment. Minor penalty against Natras. He has a minute 25 left to serve. And the Flames will have the man advantage. 3 minutes. McCrimmon behind the net. Soft pass ahead. Nieuwendyk starts Lube on his way. Lube across center. Nieuwendyk is up there with him. Lube takes his shot from a sharp angle and comes back near the line. McCown couldn't stop it. McCrimmon takes it. Goes back. Canucks make changes. Lube never did get the pass. It was intercepted in time. Here's Linden. Nieuwendyk bumped him. McCown with Lube on the move. Nieuwendyk skating away with him. Lube takes it up over the line, hangs on to it, now backhands it right into the midsection of Jim Benning. He looks around for it, now sees it. Adams sidestepped the check from Ramage. Popinski has it, a penalty coming up to Calgary. Trevor Linden was upended coming around the net. And the Flames don't know when they're well off.
Mike Vernon, and this is a silly penalty well behind the plate.
cameras would have been on in 26 seconds from now. Interference against Vernon, 17:57. A bad time to take a penalty. And the crowd getting into it now. Calgary leading 1-0 on a power play goal. Al McGinnis scored it. Linden wins the draw. Goes after the puck with Adams. Greg Adams waits at the boards. Back to Reinhardt. He shoots it. It's deflected off Otto. Lister moving on it. Otto gets it out. Tries to skate away. He can go. Otto racing in, but Adams is it's going to come. Otto again. Picked it up and nearly poked it in the far side. The Flames in there after it. Linden finally breaks it up. And they get it out. Netflix is out of the penalty box. Gilmore coming in. He has Mullen on the play. Gilmore shot deflected by Lister. And it goes high over the glass and into the crowd.
Good rush by Joel Otto. Had Kirk McLean beaten, but lost control of the puck and it slid harmlessly to the corner. Otto slaps Greg Adams' stick out of his hand. Watches Adams is in position. Otto slaps his stick out and then gets a good chance. But the puck's rolling and rolls off the end of his stick.
That was close. 1:25 left in the period. They're 5 aside at this moment. And the face-off to the left of Kirk McLean. 1-0 Calgary. Gilmore against Smith. Doug Smith, number 21 for Vancouver. And he won it. Steps back to the net, had difficulty trying to kick it away. Now he gets it again. Gilmore steals it. Gilmore gets it into Mullen. He fanned on it. Loaded up from about 35 feet and missed it completely. Lidster back. Gilmore circles, so does Mullen. Lidster takes his time coming out to Snips. A pass ahead goes right in on the net. Vernon stopped it into the final minute of the period. Here comes Gilmore in time. Sweeps in front of the goal, gives it to McCrimmon. The defenseman goes in. McCrimmon with Mullen. He flipped a high one into McLean, who drops it and pushed it off to Reinhardt. He gave it back to the goaltender. Butcher comes back. Around the net, he starts out. 35 seconds left in the period. Butcher coming off to the Calgary line and dumped it into the right of Vernon. McGinnis back. McGinnis shoots it along the boards. Reinhardt couldn't keep it in. 25 seconds left in the period. Here's Otto coming in. Otto rolled it up to the net, and McLean cleared it himself, but he didn't get it outside the line. Loeb stops, pinned on the boards. Butcher looks at the clock as he gallops to center. He's up over the line and tried to go in. Netflix cleared it out, 5 seconds to play. Otto shot, and he whistled one wide on the short side, and there's the horn, ending the first period. The shots by Vancouver 8 and by Calgary 4. A power play goal, the only scoring play of the period in 15:50. Otto gave it to McGinnis, and he boomed it home. And the score at the end of the first period, Calgary Flames 1, Vancouver Canucks no score.
Took my gal to breakfast the other day, which makes for a cheap date, seeing as how she doesn't eat breakfast. Me, I love breakfast when it's done just the way I want, which brings me to Harvey's, literally. Because right now, Harv's serving up a tasty home-style breakfast special of eggs, toasted French bread, fresh brewed coffee, and a nice mug with Harv's name plastered all over it, which you get to keep, all for $2.19. Girl, you just don't know what you're missing.
Take a look,
It's April showers. Award-winning designer Ronald Davidson has captured the beauty of the Rockies and the Calgary skyline with 18-karat gold and diamond pendants. Only at Chantel's.
April is beautiful at Art Circle, featuring Robert Bateman's Midnight Black Wolf. Order your signed numbered print now.
Take a look, Chanel Center. Take a look.
Imagine being stuck in a snowstorm. Emergency road service. Another way to use AMA. Imagine being stranded in the middle of the night. Emergency road service. Another way to use AMA.
At BIC, we've been studying all the ways that you pull and stretch your face in search of a better shave. Now BIC presents our solution, introducing the new BIC Metal Shaver. The patented BIC Metal stretches and smooths your skin thanks to its unique metal guard bar, so the shaver glides closely and comfortably. Now, instead of stretching, start reaching for a new BIC Metal Shaver. It stretches your skin for a better shave, and that's no stretch.
There's a lot of reasons you want to ride with Uniroyal Laredo. Out here, you never know what you're going to run into. Uniroyal Laredo, the tire that tamed the Wild West and still the best.
A quick update of our playoff scoreboard. Philadelphia defeating Washington 4-3. Tocchet had a pair for the Flyers. The Flyers win the series 4-2 and will now meet Pittsburgh. Chicago beating Detroit, hammering Detroit, pounding Detroit 7-1 with about 4.5 minutes left to play in that game. Presley has the hat trick. And at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, what a great goal here from Mike Allison. Watch the battle against defenseman Randy Gregg along the boards. Allison just simply refuses to give up, comes up with a puck, beats Grant Fuhr. It is now tied at 1, the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. Here in Vancouver, after one period of play, the Calgary Flames are leading the Canucks by a score of 1-0. With me now is the Vancouver Canucks outstanding defenseman, Paul Reinhart, the former Flame. Paul, I thought a much improved period for the Vancouver Canucks over the game in Calgary.
Certainly, we played much better than in Game 5, and I think that maybe in Game 5, with a little bit of inexperience on our side, we were probably thinking a little bit too far ahead and thinking about if we happen to sneak that game out, coming back into here with a chance to win it instead of just playing game by game. But we realize our backs are against the wall tonight, and we're playing as if they are, and we're playing very well so far.
I think that's one of the keys in the series in favor of Calgary is the tremendous amount of playoff experience that they have.
Well, that's right. There's no question that playoff experience makes a big difference, and all you can say is that getting a little bit of playoff experience for the Vancouver Canucks now is better than none. And if we can learn by this and at the same time pull off an upset, so much the better. It's no better way to get playoff experience other than by playing it and winning it.
Paul, if the Canucks are going to win this game and extend the series to a 7th game in Calgary on Saturday, the power play must work. What are the keys?
Well, we just haven't had very much success at getting it through towards the net. When we can get the puck down in front of the net, we've had some pretty good success. We just have a lot of problems getting it down there right now, and that's the key. We have to get it down, and more importantly, those rebounds, we have to somehow find a way of beating Vernon. He played very well that first period again tonight.
On a lighter note, how was the joke before the game tonight? Did it work?
Well, I think so. I mean, that's one thing about that coaching staff is you'll never be out of ammunition in joke territory. They're very good. They're very good at keeping us loose, and I think that's been a big key for us.
Paul, on a personal note, will you be back with the Canucks next season? Is it too early to tell yet?
Oh, I think so. The way things have gone this year and the way that the Canuck organization and the city has treated me, I'd be silly not to give it another shot. And certainly there's only 2 reasons I would quit, and one is my back is too bad, which it isn't right now, or I wasn't playing up to what I'd like to play up to my capability. And certainly I feel good about both areas right now.
Well, congratulations on a good series so far. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you very much.
Paul Reinhart of the Vancouver Canucks. Coming up next, we'll go into the Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Our first intermission continues after these messages.
Here's the leader in compact trucks, Ford Ranger, with features that make it outsell Mazda, GMC, and Chevy.
Go with the leader.
You're in four-wheel drive at the touch of a button. Only Ranger 4x4 gives you this advanced system standard.
Go with the leader.
And Ranger beats Chevy S10 in standard horsepower and torque. It's Canada's best-selling compact truck.
Go with the leader. Ford trucks.
During April Truck Month, save up to $2,435 on specially equipped Rangers.
Here he is. Look at this car. Hey, you gotta see this guy run. It's unbelievable. Who's next?
He's good, man. You up for it? Sure.
Good break. What are you doing? Sorry. Don't believe you. Shot.
Thanks.
That's good.
Are you up for it?
Whoa.
Are you up for it? Are you up for it? 7 up.
Esso would like to shed some light on the subject of gasoline. Not all gasolines are right for your car. Some can cause engine knock, even engine damage. Now there's new Esso Supreme with added deposit control. A premium gasoline specially formulated to provide smoother burning, more power, and acceleration. In short, regular gasoline can't hold a candle to new Esso Supreme.
So, I'm outside the city. My best customer is trying to reach me.
He's right. Fort McLeod desperately needs a direct line to head office.
I mean, I really have to keep in touch with my clients when I'm on the road.
You know, the problem with increased business is data transfer.
Bottom line, the whole situation is really cutting into profits. There's got to be a solution.
Our computers have to talk faster.
We need to take a hard look at the way we handle all our communications.
Exactly. We'll call AGT.
AGT, Communication Solutions for Alberta Business.
It seems to me you're taking up most of the set here.
Well, that's the way it should be.
I have to get this story straight. A funny thing happened on the way from the Forum at the airport in Los Angeles. Don goes through the metal detector and sees a man bent over who he thinks is Brant Haywood, our ISO director. He goes rushing over and pats this gentleman on the bottom. The guy stands up, looks at him. It's not Brant Haywood, and he says, "Do you meet many men this way?"
Yes.
Didn't your mom ever tell you in the United States, or anywhere for that matter out of the country, you should watch yourself?
Yeah, especially in L.A., and I certainly did that, Ronnie boy. That's how I met you, wasn't it?
Don't now. You're going to throw me
All right.
completely.
All right.
Let's begin with Calgary and the fact that they're leading the series 3-2. What do you see as the reason for the 4-0 shutout in Game 5?
What they should have done is sat down. They say, we've got 20 players. If we put 20 players up against Vancouver, there's no contest. But what they were doing is getting the dummy penalties, and they were getting power plays. So what they did, I have to admire Terry, Chris, for what they did. They turned their heads. They got a broken jaw out of it, and Merzen's out of it, but they won the game.
Gary Suter has the broken jaw.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of those guys got the job. But anyhow, they turned their heads, smart move, and that's how they're going to beat Vancouver. It shouldn't have been a contest, like I said the last time. A couple of dumb moves. We won't go into that again.
It really is a war of words between the coaches in that series. Well, the Los Angeles Kings had a record in a playoff series for goals by Marcel Dion, 6. Chris Kontos has tied it in this series against the Edmonton Oilers. But Dion set his record in 1976 against the Boston Bruins, a team coached by you.
I remember he's a good little guy, too. Not many people knew about him, and he was out there and lost in L.A. And I have to admit that he got the 6 goals against us. I remember one in tying goal, but naturally we beat them.
Were they good series?
They were good series.
7 and 6.
Now let me just tell you something. They were a better team than this team now. And how many points? Over 100 points, I think.
105 and 75 your first year.
Yeah, it's 70.
But you didn't play them then.
No, but we beat them anyhow. It didn't make any difference.
You beat lesser teams.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We went on and had to play Philadelphia, the Broad Street Bullies, and then the Montreal Canadiens. Not like they walked through now.
I have to ask, in Game 7 you won 3-0. Who got the shutout?
Jerry Cheevers.
Best money goalie you ever had?
Absolutely.
How about letters from the president? The Los Angeles Kings had a lot of help in Game 5 in L.A. Among the aides, a letter from Ronald Reagan, who said, "Win one for the Gipper." Don, did you ever receive, when you were in Boston or Colorado, a letter from a president?
Well, I just recently got a letter from the president, Barry Shankrow, from the president of the Winnipeg Jets, and he was going to put me in jail. And I remember we were going into a series. President John Ziegler was going to suspend me. So that's all I ever got from the presidents.
Well, you may not get a letter from the Oval Office, but one I hear is on its way from the Kremlin. Don Cherry in the Coach's Corner. This is Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC and the Stanley Cup playoffs.